We got a little bit of snow here locally up in Capitol Forest, and so Dez and the kids and I took out the FJ. This is the first time we've been able to really test the capabilities of the FJ. This is completely stock, aside from the KO2 tires that are on it from BF Goodrich. And I gotta tell you, it is super capable as far as driving through this snow. We're not gonna take any big risks today. We're just looking for beautiful scenery and potentially somewhere where we could camp in the future. This is one of the first times that I've brought the family to this part of Capitol Forest. Capitol Forest is a relatively large area to explore, but there's so many different trails back here that I'm not familiar with everywhere yet. What I'm doing is I'm kind of mapping out the area and downloading spots, and I'm saving waypoints so that in the future we have super easy places to go explore, and we know what the conditions are like when it snows, or if it's in the middle of summer, if it's spring or whatever. So the point of today's video is to teach you guys how to use the app, help you get familiar with it, and show you what I do to go on family trips like this knowing where I'm going. We normally rely on paper maps, but I'm working on kind of doing away with paper maps and developing a system to use the app to help me find places to explore. So if you're doing it properly, you should be traveling somewhere where you don't have service. And so it's important to download the maps in advance. So right now I'm on the desktop version of OnX, and I'm gonna go ahead and save myself a couple offline maps. You can see I have Tuya and Capitol Forest already saved. If I click on those, this green box indicates the area that's saved, and it's already automatically backed up onto my iPhone, which is really, really awesome. All of this content, all this data that's stored here, including these routes, which you can highlight and check out the elevation, the distance, the difficulty level, what it's accessible by. All of that data is going to be downloaded on those offline maps for later use. OnX has a team of adventurers who go out and they map these trails and they document them. And then as a user, you can also go in there and you can add pictures and photos and information about the current trail conditions, so you know exactly what you're getting into when you head out on a trail like this. I checked out this area here with a couple buddies of mine, and I wanted to be able to bring my wife and kids back to this point. And so all I did was pull up my app and add a waypoint. And what I can do when I add this waypoint, I can actually add some notes. I can talk about trail conditions. I can even post some pictures, whether it's going to be rainy, sunny, icy, cloudy. It gives you a weather report. So today it's beautiful out. We were able to know that it was going to be awesome in this exact spot by checking the app. You have a tab that's called the Discover tab. When you pull it up, you'll be able to see multiple trails and different locations, campsites, all sorts of awesome stuff that have been pre-documented by other adventurers right here in this area. And what you can do is you can click on them, you can check out pictures that people have taken, you can see the trail distance, the technical rating, the weather in that area, all of the information that you need to know before you head out. So we've talked about the Discover tab, and it's been huge for me and my family because we were able to discover new places that I otherwise wouldn't have thought to check out. And so this Discover tab on the OnX app has been huge for us. I think every time we go out now, we use that Discover tab to find the place before we head out. There's something about the added peace of mind that you get when you know exactly where you're going, you know the trail rating, you know how difficult the trail is going to be, and you're able to set waypoints so that you know exactly where you've been. The next tab over is the Tools tab. Now this is a really cool one that has a bunch of awesome stuff just built in right here. You have line distance. You use the line tool and you can measure from point A to point B. You can do the same thing to figure out the area. So if we wanted to map out this parking lot right here, we would select the area shape tool and we would draw around the area, and we'd be able to determine the square footage of this little area right here. Now this can be super useful if you're gonna have a big group come out and you need to determine how many vehicles can park in a space and you're not quite sure, you haven't been there before. Rather than just risk it and end up having to park on the road or not have room, you can measure the area of that space and see if all of your vehicles can fit. Now, I've been part of organizing massive group runs with over 70 vehicles. This has come in handy because it helps us know the width of the roads to see if it's going to actually be feasible to be able to bring that many trucks out, see if there's going to be adequate parking and places to camp and eat. That has been an awesome tool. Okay, so the next tool I want to show you guys that's super handy is the Route Builder tool. This is a fairly new feature where you can use this magnetic snap-to tool to route a map. It'll give you data like the specific distance and elevation gain once you have it all entered. And this can be super useful if you're trying to meet somewhere or go on a long distance trip where you need to conserve fuel or know exactly how far you're traveling. If there's something like this, which is like a multi-trail system, and you want to pre-plan the route that you are going to take, you can use the magnetic tool to select a starting point. Then it's going to follow your cursor as you drag it along the route that you intend to take. I would suggest as you do it to occasionally add a drop point. It's a little bit more accurate that way. It's easier to get it to work. Once it starts going really long distances, it gets kind of difficult for the system. But so now you can see everything on this black line that I've selected is being recorded here in my route builder. I can see my elevation, the distance, elevation gain, and I can take notes and document this as either a route that I took or a route that I'm intending on taking. So essentially OnX is more than just a satellite map. It is a tool for overlanding and off-roading that you can use to gather all sorts of data about your current trips, your future trips, and just the conditions that you're about to face. Of course, we have all of these different tools at our disposal right here on our phone. It just makes so much sense to use it. We always keep a backup paper map in the truck just in case, but this has become our go-to when it comes to finding a place to go on adventures. Thanks so much for watching and enjoy the rest of the video. It's pretty much just gonna be scenery and beautiful stuff. Get some work done this week, but don't forget to live. Bye.
Dude, I cannot hold that camera anymore. Holy shit. Ooh. That was heavy. I have no arm muscles. It's too heavy.
You're a pro.
What is it, 40 pounds?
This is not 40 pounds. This is maybe like...
It's like a...
But it's hard though, because you have to just like basically do like a sustained bicep curl.
Yeah.
Hey Sawyer, watch this.
Are you climbing a mountain, Sawyer?
Yeah.
And then you're just holding it with one hand. You're like one arm in it. I love my new car. Car. Is it?
I don't know what to call it.
Is it a truck or a car? Or is it just an FJ?
It's just an FJ.
Just waiting for you to fall backwards and eat shit.
Me too.
You ready to come in?
Never.
Come in the car? Come on in.
I want to try one right here like this. This is really cool. This thing works so good. Okay, ready? Go. Cool. Okay. Oh no. Yeah, real quick. These guys got stuck really bad here. I mean, well, they went off the cliff. That's,
At least they didn't roll.
yeah, that's surprising.
Yeah.
What?
Wow. I think that we're not equipped to help
Are they
them at
telling
all.
us to go through?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Wish we could be more help. That sucks.
Do they need a max pack?
No, that won't do anything. They're screwed. Yikes. That's what we don't want to do. I feel kind of like a jerk driving by, but I mean, we're in our little family SUV. Like, there's nothing we can do.
I've been stressed out the whole time because we literally have nothing in case we get stuck.
Yeah, we have a single mini Max Track.
And Max promised we wouldn't get stuck,
We won't get stuck.
which means there's a good chance we'll get stuck.
We're not gonna get stuck. Not anymore. Those guys were messing around, you know? See how pissed off they looked? They didn't look like they were having a good time.
Nobody has a good time when you get stuck.
I think it's fun.
Yeah.
You think it's fun to get stuck?
Watch us. Watch it. Like we get stuck down here, then they drive by. Wish we could help. That's exactly how it'd go down too.
They had a strap though.
Oh, that's not gonna do anything. No, they need like 3 winches on that. In all reality, that's like Ed Shin's truck went off the trail. It took 3 winches, and it was not as bad as that. Those guys are stuck good. They're not getting out with that.